Race number 2, Class 4, 1200 metres here for the second. And we have a couple of debutants in the field as well. Field is headed though by Turbo Power. First up since February, jumps on barrier 2 under Zach Purton. Blissful Life, Derek Long from 4. We've got Kokush Misu, who was a winner at Happy Valley back in March, placed on his next 2. Lucky 8, a debutant here for Ricky Yu, Karis Teaton. Mighty Star also debuts here for Tony Cruz, with the blinkers, the hood and the tongue tie going on here. Easy Life gets the blinkers on, the cheek pieces on for the first time. Fighting Star third, Last and Pleasant Endeavour. Lucky Star, the hood was on last time out, comes off this time round. Universal Crown was a winner 2 starts back. And Super Kingdom for Tony Millard and Ruan Meyer will jump from barrier number 13, Tom.
Looking at the speed here, a Happy Tango, where he's got good gate speed, and Dylan Moe takes the ride. We've seen good gate speed in the trials from Lucky 8. He's likely to be handy. Easy Life led last start, but in his first run he never got involved after being crowded at the start. And then with a logjam, Paul, Mighty Star, he's another newcomer. He's had a lot of trials. Infinity Win and Turbo Power.
Yeah, Kikuchi Mishu did win his race at Happy Valley, but tended to go back with Luck Star.
All right. We will have a look at a couple of replays in a moment, including Kokushi Musu, something like that. We'll start off, though, with Lucky 8's trainer making his debut here. It's Ricky Yu.
Ricky, Lucky 8 lining up for his first run, a 3-year-old by Pride of Dubai. His trials have all looked good. How have you assessed them?
Yeah, he had a few good trials. He's a horse, he's very focused in his job. I believe he'll do something even first up. We were waiting to run him for months. Because he had some, early in the season he had some setback. But he's been to Chung Fa and he got it over, and so he's all right now.
You like to take your horses to Chung Fa. Has that been of good benefit to him?
Oh yeah, I really like the place. Really like the environment, the facilities. I believe the horses enjoy a lot more.
In those barrier trials, he looks like he's got a bit of speed. Would you envisage him being up on the pace from barrier 7?
From barrier 7, I think I would tell the riders, rider must find him somewhere close, positive. I think he's a horse who's got a bit of talent.
He had that little bit of a setback before his first, what was going to be his first intended wasn't anything too serious?
No. Because we trialled him on the rain-affected dirt. That he had a little bit of setback.
You purchased him from the Magic Million yearling sale. He was a PPG.
Yes.
You've had a lot of success with PPGs. We know it's getting tougher to buy PPs here in Hong Kong. Is that?
I believe so, because a lot of the countries, the price money ran up, so it makes it difficult to buy those horses with a good performance back to Hong Kong.
There was a bit of buzz about this horse, Paul, making his debut, Lucky 8.
Yeah, there's plenty of hype around him, and he seems to improve with all his trials. That last trial was pretty good. He has won a couple of trials earlier on as well, and he looks pretty forward to run a big race.
He's got good gate speed as well, so that always is a positive, and like the way he stretched out in that last trial.
The stable is absolutely flying, Tom, at the moment.
He's had 12 winners across the last 10 meetings, has Ricky Yu. He's had 46 winners. I think he only amassed 33 last year. That was after winning the championship the year before, Paul, but Lucky 8. A few first starters there. Spirited Express one later on.
Yeah, I quite like Eternal Bloom up to 1600 for the first time as well. So Lucky 8 and Eternal Bloom on that page. Mr. Ascendancy's been rating some pretty good races as well. So he's got definitely opportunities to increase that stat.
OK, all right. Lucky 8 being maybe top of the pile there. We'll keep going, though, and have a look at some of his rivals. Going here, Paul, with Kokushi Musu.
Yeah, Kokuki Mushu there. Hopefully I've said that right. Apologies if I haven't. But look, it was a good run from him. 3 starts ago at Happy Valley. He's backed it up with a couple of good placings as well. He's only been to Sha Tin once. He did finish 9th of 14 behind Miracle Victory there. So it's hard to say whether he likes Sha Tin or not.
He was on the yielding track here last time out, and he was doing his best work late to pick them up into 4th there. So just barrier 14 is the negative, but I found a spot for him.
Okay, Lexi Bedell will be on board there. Next up is Fighting Star. Tom, what about his chances here?
Yeah, Dennis Ship and Blake Shin, he was 3 back the fence. He did travel well here, and he was right in the market last start too, beaten by Pleasant Endeavour, who I think went off favourite in the end, but thought he stayed on pretty well here. Paul, Fighting Star, this was one of his better runs.
Yeah, and he's drawn barrier number 5, and he's going to get a nice run, I think, from that barrier draw. He's still a maiden from his 14 starts, but he seems to have improved recently. The last couple of runs I thought have both been pretty good.
All right, at the trials to have a look at Blissful Life here, Paul. He's had, 3 starts now down in Class 4, but this trial was okay.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad trial here, but it's hard to gauge with this all-weather. He's now coming onto the turf as well. The 6 starts to date. He's gone out big prices in all of them.
He did have excuses, to be fair to him, last time out. He was 7th behind Folds. He got crowded up in the straight. He was next to Folds in the run. He still ran on a little bit late, but yeah, the trial wasn't too bad, so I wonder if he can improve. He's a big price at the moment, 15 and 4s.
Yeah, I thought maybe judged off that, maybe an opportunity to put up a better showing, but the debutant Paul's our favourite.
Yeah, he's on top. He's had the 6 trials getting ready, and he keeps improving, so he goes on top. Fighting Star, I liked his last couple of runs. Easy Life, I think this race drops away really quickly, so Easy Life in there for 3rd. He's got cheek pieces on for the first time, just had the 2 starts, and he can put himself on the pace. And Turbo Power, he's lost 66 pounds into this, and most of that's got to do with him being gelded, but he's a horse who looked okay towards the last couple of starts. They've given him plenty of time. 5, 9, 8 and 1.
Yeah, Lucky 8 on the top. You'd be more than happy with the 2-to-1 price around it to the moment if that was to hold up around Lucky 8, but I suspect it's probably not going to. Turbo Power goes in, Fighting Star and Kikuchi Masu goes in as well. So 5, 1, 9 and 4.
Around similar sort of numbers. Yeah, I think Lucky 8's maybe the one to beat here. But I'd be inclined to give a chance to Turbo Power. I didn't mind his trial. It was a good trial as well with Everyone's Delight, California Rad and Bundle of Charm in there too. So 1 and 5, my cue there for race 2, Class 4 over the 1200.